What's cracking, everyone? This is Solomon SK for Whiskey and RPGs, and if you're new to the channel, we always begin each episode with a toast. And since we're talking about Black Desert Online, I just wanted to say happy 4th birthday to Black Desert Online and everybody who developed the game. So if anyone from Cacao Games and Pearl Abyss, if you're watching this, cheers to you guys. And before we begin, I just wanted to let you know that there are timestamps in the description because the video is split into two different parts. One where I took the Guardian Succession out to different world bosses, and the second where I cover its skills and abilities. So without further ado, let's hang out and play the Guardian together, shall we? Cheers to you guys. What's cracking, everyone? This is Solomon SK for Whiskey and RPGs, and let's go over the skills for the Guardian Succession abilities. But before we do, I just wanted to let you know that I will be grinding in this area here, next to Sarmar's Outpost, since I do have a quest and a bunch of dailies over here as well. So we'll be over at the garrison. And just real quick, if you're curious, again, I don't have the best gear. I'm still using Asula's accessories, all 6 slots with their rings and earrings and whatnot to a varying degree of tries and duos. I also have a full set of Gruntle gear at Ultimate. All 4 pieces are duo. I also have a duo Nouver shield, a duo Dandy, and a duo Zarko battle axe, which comes out to 240 DP, 179 awakening, and 177 pre-awaken weapons, if you want to call them that. So But anyways, also BDO was free this weekend, so I know there's gonna be a ton of people in these grinding spots that we might have to fight over. I'm not much of a PvPer. I'm definitely a pushover, admittedly. So with that being said, let's see what we could do here. So the first skill that I wanted to cover is called the Black Blood Circle. Again, I have enough skill points to get all the skills without really maxing them out. So. But anyways, we have Black Blood. This is one of my favorite skills just because it's a massive AoE skill. As you can see there in the previews, you know, you charge up. As you charge up, you also get HP in return, and it's also a super armor, which is very helpful. Now the thing is, also with this skill, you could hold it longer to charge, and that way you get more HP. But it does take up your stamina, so just be careful of that. I usually don't hold it for that long, maybe if at all. I generally don't like, you know, just standing there charging a skill and being vulnerable like that, even though it does have super armor. So, but yeah, it's totally up to you how much you want to charge that skill for, if that's something that you'd like to do. So we'll just go down straight through the list that we have here. The next skill that we have is called Mountain Slam. Again, this is another skill that comes from your main skills, and this also gives you super armor, and it's just a shift F button here. So we'll throw in a bit of that AoE here. That skill actually has a lot of range too, you'll notice. Man, these cannoneers are annoying just because, you know, they stagger you. But yeah, I'll use the skill all the way back here, and I'll still be able to hit the tents. Wow, that is like a really long conal too, which is really nice. So... Alright, the next skill that we have here is called Boulder Crush, and this is a bit of a lengthy combo skill, but fortunately it does have a super armor along with it as well. Although it does say effect nullified during cooldown. Not a huge fan of this particular skill, but in any event, the animation of her just slamming down the axe into the ground into the enemies is pretty cool, admittedly. So I believe that's a 4-hit skill, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Whoop. Here. 1, 2, 3. Oh shoot, I don't even know if I got into the 4th one yet. So the next skill that we're going to cover is called Savage Hack, and this is also another combo skill. But this time you only get a forward guard instead of super armor, but yeah, it's still better than nothing. This time you hit both mouse buttons. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, one more time with these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the next skill that I wanted to show you is called Mutilation. Now, this skill, Secession skill, does require you to have 2 different skills, kind of, sorta, in order to get it. Obviously, you need Mutilation. It was either 3 or 4. as you can see here, but I think you also need to put skill points in Black Blood Slaughter as well. So they'll get a shift right button. Oh, you know, dang it. Again, those cannoneers are super annoying, but again, shift right button. And if you hold down the shift right button, or just right button in general, it does combo into another into other skills, which is really nice. Get shift right button. So yeah, if it's not just that one skill, but you can continue on using it if you choose to do so. It does seem to have a bit of a distance for the skill too, actually. Yeah, if you look at the rock animations, it seems to give or have a pretty lengthy skill attack, so. Oh, very nice. Okay, I found out something today. So you don't actually have to use the that skill up close at point blank. Come back over here and use it. So yeah, so here's another skill that actually has some distance to it as well. It's similar to the Shift F key skill. I'm forgetting these names already. I apologize. I'm very bad with names. It doesn't have as much distance as the Shift F skill does. So the next skill that I wanted to cover is called Avalanche Strike. You'll notice that this is a skill that's normally a charge up skill that you actually have to press and hold for a moment, and if you continue pressing it, it'll start to use up your stamina. But if you put points into this, that's no longer the case. It just becomes an instantaneous skill. But there's no super armor, there's no frontal guard or anything like that. But because you don't have to charge it anymore, I guess it's not really something that you really need to worry about, I suppose. But yeah, I personally like how you don't have to charge it, to be completely fair. Like so, she does a sweep around, just across. Again, I'll do it over here. So it doesn't seem as powerful, because if I recall, the original main skill where you have to charge it up are able to one hit a lot of these guys, but that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. And now we'll be going on over to the furthest right part of the skill tree here, and the first skill that I wanted to cover is called Beast Demolisher. Again, this is your standard what was it, 4-hit combo? 1, 2, 3. It's 3-hit combo. Just hold the right mouse button for about like 5 seconds, it seems like, which seems like an eternity. But the Guardian is a pretty slow class, but I kind of like that. So again, I won't spend a whole lot of time on this skill, just because how simple it is. But again, just the mouse button, 2, 3, like so. It looks like you're able to spam it though too. Two, three. Yeah, it's very, very slow. Very, very slow, but I think it's meant to be slow though. So the next skill right next to it is called Black Blood Slaughter. Again, this is another sort of a 1-2 hit combo skill. And this also provides you with the forward guard, as you can see. It's a shift right mouse button combo, and this one's pretty cool. One, two, just like that. Shift R. So your next skill here is Axe Throw, and obviously this will give you a bit of a range. Again, you have to go back and put some skill points into the original main axe throwing skill, but this one's really cool because it actually gives you a 4th axe throw, if I'm not mistaken. The main one is only a 1-2-3 3 hit combo, whereas this one is a 1, 2, 3, 4 hit combo. It gives you that extra throw. But again, no super armor or frontal or anything like that. But it's a pretty cool skill. I really like this one personally. Give it some distance. Oh shoot, I only did it 3 times that time. Hang on. So again, down E. There we go, 4 times. One, two, three, 4. So the next skill I wanted to cover is called Claw Reveal, and this is going to be your typical spacebar skill that you combo with other skills as well. This is going to be also your Black Spirit Rage skill, and I'm at 100%, so the first time you'll what you see is going to be that times whatever the Black Spirit does, and then everything after that will just be your normal Claw Reveal skill. So you see with the Black Spirit power, all those huge pillars just spike up from the ground, which is really cool. There's a lot of damage too. And given the fact that because the Guardian does have a lot of AoE damage, it's very easy to refill that Black Spirit meter, which is fun. So again, I just did it right there. Again, it's not as flashy, obviously, as the one with the Black Spirit Rage filled up, but it's a really cool skill. It's very therapeutic. It feels really good to use it though. So again, I'll use it over here again, like so. The next one is called Frigid Wind. Now this is a skill that you originally get with the Awakened skill and weapon, but they gave it to you as well with your Secession skills, and this one is just a sliding like sort of a gap closing skill actually, where you slide in and hit the right button, mouse hit button. Now with this one you don't actually do the crazy like disappearing ninja tricks that the Awakened skill does. With this one you just hit the right mouse button and you do a sweep. Yeah, but fortunately you also do get super armor while you're moving, while you're doing the slide, and you get a frontal guard while you're doing the attack, which is really cool. So you'll notice that the Guardian actually has a lot of, I guess, gap closing skills, if you want to call them, because again, if you look in their main, they have like 2 jump axe pounding skills, I believe, right? Like Omura's Objurgation, I believe that's how you call it. Yeah, you have another one over here called Black Blood's Descent. Or actually, this one's pretty good too, Juggernaut. Again, which you are able to get to your enemies pretty fast with that. Yeah, it's called Rock Slide. So if you skill this out all the way to the 3rd one, you could actually use this 3 times. And she'll just leap towards the enemy like so. And obviously it also gives you super armor. Yeah, they added 1 more to that. So again, this is another skill that you get with your Awakened weapon, but they also added it to the Secession as well, which is Infernal Nemesis. And again, this is an actual iframe, so you are invincible while you are moving or doing that swooping flying skill, and then right when you attack them, hit the ground, you also get a super armor as well. Although it is admittedly a bit difficult to use because you just kind of have to see. I completely overshot everybody. Yeah, again, I overshot it again. I'm not exactly sure how to really utilize this skill, unfortunately. Maybe if I go back a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, but that is a huge distance, though. My goodness. way back over here, right? I don't know what the distance is, but yeah, so you have to be like a bit of ways, way back there to, I guess, use this effectively. Yeah, definitely play around with that skill. I'm having a little trouble utilizing this. It is a cool skill. I do really enjoy it a lot. I just you just kind of have to kind of gauge your distance to really utilize its benefits, in other words. And if you go up here, you know, you have your standard, you know, you need this Guardian's Glory in order to get your secession skills in the first place. But you also have a passive, all debuff resistance plus 5%, and this is the Guardian buff that you get. Called Amura's Aurora, or Aura rather, excuse me, all AP plus 20 for 30 seconds, crit rate plus 50%, also all accuracy plus 15%, movement speed plus 30%, and critical hit damage plus 20%, as well as a super armor for 10 seconds while using skills. Oops, excuse me. And also, if you fill out if you go all the way over here, second to the last one, in terms of Bone Freezing Wind, which gives you a passive critical hit damage, then it changes on over to crit rate and max HP. So each one will give you a +2 crit rate plus max 30 HP as well. And that does it for today's Guardian Secession overview. Hope you guys enjoyed the content and learned a thing or two, maybe, perhaps. But any event, I do appreciate if you guys made it with me so far up until this point. It does help with the algorithms. The watch time is not something that a whole lot of people talk about in terms of YouTube. But yeah, hope you guys also have a wonderful day. Have a blessed night, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.